Hi there again, everybody. Welcome back to Prestige Auctions. All Things Auction, the podcast where me and Chris talk about all things auctions, all things buying and selling, and anything else we can think of. But of course, today, we were promising you all last week, we've got a big treat for you. So we are literally going to record today's podcast in actual time. So this is how it's going to be. We're going to talk about auctions. Then we're going to switch the camera off after we've done the introduction to what we're going to do. And we're going to go and sit at the computer and we're going to watch the video of the Prestige Heist from a couple of weeks ago. And we're going to give our own thoughts and words to it, but on the other setup over there. Then we're going to come back and we're going to sit and talk about it. So you'll have all had a chance to see it, and that's the way it will run in this week's podcast. It is quite funny. Anyway, we'll talk about that soon. Before we go any further, good morning, Chris. How are you?
I've just got cramp in my leg.
I'm
fighting it.
Do you need stretching? I'm not your man. Yeah, it's not my.
I know it is.
It's not my saying that. Anyway, last week's auction, of course, 1,436 lots, I believe, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And my God, what an auction it was. That garden stuff.
Oh, made some proper money, didn't it?
I mean, we all knew it was going to do well. I mean, there's two things, and I try explaining this to people in some of the other videos that I do. You know, about hitting things just at the right time.
Yeah.
It's very important when it comes to an auction. For instance, last year, somebody put a load of Christmas stuff in. 2 weeks, second week in October. It absolutely hit the sweet spot, made mega money, yeah? People putting Halloween stuff in about 5 weeks before Halloween, hits the sweet spot, makes mega money. And this is, you know, the timing of putting stuff into the auction room. And of course, here we are now, into March. Easter is kind of the springtime event though, where people think, you know what, let's get out in the garden, let's do a few bits. Garden looks crap because it's been rubbish all winter. And this top end garden stuff lands in our auction room last week, and it was heavy, wasn't it?
It was. The bench.
Yeah. I mean,
was that 700 quid?
It was £710 under the hammer. And I'll be honest, when people were asking me, I said 250 to 3.
Yeah.
I was up there. I thought I was in good money at that.
Yeah.
And because one or two people on the Friday morning of the viewing said to me, nah, 150. And I was like, nah.
I was around the 200
I
mark.
think it's more.
I gave my professional advice out about 200 quid.
But did you see 710?
No.
I didn't. £710 for a bench. And so very quickly, looking at the auction side of things, why did a bench make £710? It wasn't antique. That's what I felt one of the first things people were saying was, well, it must be a really old one. Well, it wasn't. It was a really superb quality.
Just high quality,
yeah. And that's the thing. Whenever you get something into the auction room that is good quality, with tools, you buy tools. You'll come to me and go, oh, I spotted a couple of nice bits in the tool room. I'll go and look at them and go, what's nice about that?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing the quality. I don't understand the name. I don't do tools. You know that. So ultimately, I look and think, well, but you, being a tool person...
Yeah, see the names, know what it's going to do.
And you're thinking, well, if I can pick that up cheap, if no one else has noticed it. I was a little bit worried about the bench because it had been put in the main row in the auction room. But obviously, everybody see it, and it did.
Because we could only carry it that far.
It was so heavy, wasn't it? I felt for the lads. It got delivered into Grimsby, and I had to go around somebody's backyard and down alleys and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
And I was just saying to them, look, it's cast. Be careful. Do not catch the edge of it or like that. But you wouldn't want it dropping on you, would you? That thing, good God.
It must have been 300 kilograms.
It was heavy, wasn't it? Yeah, proper heavy, but proper quality, and that's where the auction thing comes in again. Proper quality makes proper money.
Like the tubs.
Whoa.
Like the cherubs, like the pots.
Yeah. I mean, the cherubs did a few hundred,
planters.
Didn't they? And then the two big metal planters, 550.
Yeah.
But, again, would they have made that money in October?
Or 3 weeks back.
No.
It's just turned, hasn't it? But behind us in the second room, it's full into it. This is a tool and garden heavy week.
Tool and garden every week, because the dealers that put into Prestige Auctions, the clearance companies, they're not stupid people.
No,
they've been doing clearance for a long time. And so you had several dealers this week go, right, okay, next week's the week. Let's get the garden stuff in. Let's get the concrete in. Let's get all the tools in.
I mean, to all the people who week in, week out message on YouTube, what's the point in having it on YouTube when I can't bid online? This is the point.
Yeah.
The people in the know watch the auction on YouTube and they plan what they're going to put into the auction the following week.
Yeah. They if they've already got a booking booked with the auction, which a lot of the clearance companies have weekly bookings, they think to themselves, so they if they've got 50 lots booked, right, what 50 lots am I going to put in?
Yeah.
Is it going to be garden? Is it going to be toys? Is it going to be Lego? Is it going to be trains? Who knows? There's so many different things that. But the auction itself overall last week, initially to me, I was a little bit worried about it, because when you sat there on the rostrum and you seem to be saying not sold quite a lot, but you forget how much they're selling back in the back office there.
Yeah.
And
We've got an army of, to anybody who thinks there's a lot of stuff don't sell, there's an absolute army of people who are watching and they are ringing and messaging.
Yeah, they're getting tempted.
Seconds. Yeah.
They get tempted by, oh, don't want to bought that £4. I'll have it.
Yeah.
Straight on the phone. And I talked about this in the week on Aftermath, I think it was this week. I see my monitor phone. I was explaining the setup up there, the monitors we have, and all the things we're watching. And now, just thinking about this, we just need to talk about this very quickly. We've got Lady Sylvia coming to the auction tomorrow. No, she's not arriving until late afternoon, from what I can gather. And of
Got
course,
the carpet ready.
we've never met Sylvia. We're looking forward to it, and but I'm not quite sure. You're going to have to kind of moderate on YouTube tomorrow.
And I'll be grumpy because it's ghost night tonight.
It's ghost night tonight.
Nottingham, Friday the 13th.
Is that where you are?
I'm in the Galleries of Justice in the condemned man cell.
Good God.
It finishes at 4 a.m, so I'll be back for 8.
Oh my God! And you're moderating.
Yeah, I'll be grumpy.
Sorry, I've got to go off on a tangent now.
Already.
So why?
For ghosties.
They're not real.
They are.
Don't exist.
They are.
So obviously, if people believe in ghosts and they believe in stuff like that, they're clearly doing this night for free, aren't they? They're not, are they? They're not, are they? How much were the tickets?
Well, it was free because it were a Christmas gift.
How much were the tickets though?
I think they're about 50 quid each.
Do you know we've got a ghost here?
Well, we have.
Well, we believe we have. Yeah, well, you believe we have. I mean, I can't say. I mean, there is talk of.
Yeah, but 50 quid for a ghost night, and it's still more believable than football.
Well, I think I'm not sure on the ghost thing, mate. But anyway, look, whatever floats your boat, and let me guess
It
who's
might
going.
come back with me.
Jenny's going.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
No, just us two.
Just you two.
Yeah.
Going to Nottingham to look for ghosts.
Yeah.
You're not going to have any of these people with these strange apps on the phone, are you?
Yeah.
Oh no. Right.
If you're going to go, it's going to be Friday the 13th, isn't it? What a night to go.
Friday the 13th in the Justice Galleries in Nottingham.
There's this thing like, I think they call it an oubliette. And you've got to get down in this hole where, like, they put people in and they pour boiling oil on them and all sorts of stuff. They'll not do that tonight.
No. I mean, there are crimes, against that sort of thing. We may come back to this, back to the auction.
You never know. I might have a report next week.
Well, I'll tell you what, right? Get me some video evidence, okay? Because the strange thing is, right? There is none anywhere else in the world.
It is.
There's not. Nothing that's been proven. Nothing at all. Not one bit. Not one scrap anywhere.
It's on History Play. Right up there with Yeti and Abominable
Wit
Snowman.
Yeti. Wit Yeti. What's Wit Yeti?
But do you know what I've smashed in this week?
Whoa.
Series 6, Skinwalker Ranch.
I've never seen that.
No?
No.
No.
You.
Buried spacecraft.
What do you think, Basil? Yeah, you see, got it just right. Got it just right. Anyway, so last week's auction was a good auction. Lots of stuff did sell, and it was a busy Sunday clearing the stuff out. One or two people have let us down, not picking stuff up again, and they're bad. This is the way it's going to be going forward. I don't know if I've even mentioned this on the podcast. We're not going to bar people going forward. We're just going to make them pay a deposit next time they come.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to get down the lines of barring people. I mean, people can make errors or have things happen in life, but usually the phone still works, so they can ring us and talk about it when they're down. So it's just going to be a case, if you let us down and don't pay us, then the next time you come in, well, you'll need to put a deposit down.
We've just moved stuff this morning. There's great big cane cities.
Yeah, I see them, and I'm like, it's that. And, I was falling over and doing the sneak peeks and that this week, and doing walk rounds, and the thing is, because the way our YouTube is going, and the way our YouTube is growing, we've got to keep pumping out the content. We've still got to keep it interesting, but you don't want barriers in your way, and things like that are barriers.
Yeah.
When you've got literally half an hour to get something done, or an hour to get something done, and then you spend 10 minutes of that hour moving stuff around just because people have picked it up.
We've moved that cane city about a dozen times now.
But do you see where it affects you?
Yeah.
You've gone down from an hour's time that you had to 50 minutes.
Yeah.
So then the quality of your YouTube video is not as good, and we're trying to improve all the time. In fact, Lisa has said to me today, I can buy a couple of bits. Can you imagine it?
Where's this green screen?
Behind, it's there, look. It's there behind you. We need.
There's George.
We need to start doing the green screen, don't we? And we can put all sorts on there.
Yeah.
It'd be quite funny. But again, it's another thing that I've got to educate myself in and learn about, because
you've never used that before.
I desperately, and I've thought about it more and more these last few days. Actually, was supposed to do it last year. We didn't do it. Was do the filming of the story, going down to the Isle of Wight and all the rest of it. And I want you to be the person that talks to me. But we need a cameraman. We desperately need a cameraman to spend a few days with us that can help us edit and do it properly and turn it into sort of a legacy video for the business if it ever grows and goes forward.
Yeah.
Long after I'm gone. It's not big-headed or like that. But when I set this whole thing up many years ago, the backstory to it is quite interesting. And anyone I've ever sat and spoke to about the backstory, they're always like, that's an amazing story. It's unbelievable how you ended up like that, and I want to tell it. I really want to tell this story.
Yeah, it's something that needs to be done, isn't it?
But I want somebody that's good enough to be able to film it properly, so they can take it away, edit it, insert pictures, insert talkovers and things like that. And
we've tried media apprentices, haven't we? And interviews.
Well, no, we tried.
Work very well,
we tried getting in touch with Grimsby College, and we've done that story 1,000 times.
Yeah.
They weren't interested.
Yeah.
And I don't get it. I don't get why anybody wouldn't be interested in having some hands-on experience to actually go, wow, I've just done something, and that they can look back in the future and go, well, if you go onto Prestige Auctions YouTube page, you can see some of the work I've done.
You think now with like media studies and that being quite a big subject, there'll be quite a lot of people.
Me and Lisa had a conversation this week. Again, tangent away from auctions. Me and Lisa had a conversation this week and was talking about CVs. Lisa loves the educational side of things. So she's saying, well, when a CV comes through, I'm reading, what results they got and all the rest of it. Was actually talking about my niece, believe it or not, because she's putting a CV out there, and I said, the one thing I look for when I pick up somebody's CV is what experience have they had, what sort of characteristics have they got within themselves, will they fit the team? Three most important things to me. I'm not being funny. If you take on a 40-something-year-old that got an A star in maths 30 years ago, they may have forgotten everything they ever learned.
Yeah.
But if they've been driving a van for the last 3 years for a different business and they're wanting to come to you, they're the right person for the job.
The school qualification parts.
What do you think on this? I think it's always an interesting subject. Something that me and Lisa never agree on this one. I think that experience can be so much better than grades.
Yeah, experience overrides academia.
And that's why I really believe in modern day apprenticeships. Modern day apprenticeships, you go hands on whilst doing the learning in the background, but you've got that hands-on experience, like you've just said. I always said when we first set up Prestige Auctions, we had the potential of a contract with a debt recovery company, which seemed appealing at the time. It doesn't seem so appealing anymore. It's not the sort of way I want to go. But at the time, when you're a new start business and you're looking at things, and the reason they wouldn't take us on was because I wasn't RICS accredited.
All right.
And because, to become a valuer and all the rest of it. And like I said, well, put me heads up with anybody that's just come out of university to do evaluations. Anybody.
Yeah.
And because they've learnt textbook, they've not, and I always say, well, it's almost like learning to drive, isn't it? They don't teach you to drive, they teach you to pass a test. Yeah. You learn to drive when you've passed your test.
Yeah.
And the same with, not many people know this, I've mentioned it once before, but I am a qualified chef by trade. And at the Isle of Wight College, they taught you basic stuff, very basic stuff. They taught you, back in the day, they taught you silver service, they taught you, because it was general catering, they taught you a bit of front of house, waiting on, the cooking, all the different bits. But do I feel that I learned anything when I was at college? I learned the very bottom.
Then you start when you get on the job, don't you?
Then you got in a kitchen and worked with an experienced
chef. This leads on to this thing is 18-year-olds being paid the same as 40-year-olds. As a 40-year-old has got 20 odd years work history behind them.
Yeah.
And they bring the 18-year-olds on, don't they? They kind of tutor them. Yeah. As part of their job is to help the youngsters.
Thing is, when I've worked in businesses and I've worked in corporate business in the past, as you know, when you look, there was all for, even though it was never actually said officially, if someone was a bit older, it was like, what they're going to be like. And in actual fact, the older I've got, the more I've learned. I would take the older person on all day long. They're more reliable. They're just their work ethic is completely different. They come to work, they graft, they get on with it, and they don't moan about it. And that's a big thing as well. Listening to somebody constantly moaning, I didn't feel right this morning. What's the matter? My nose was running. Get a grip.
Yeah. Even coming to work when they're drunk.
Yeah, we covered that off in the podcast as well. So I just think that especially around the auction industry, because the thing with the auction industry is there are no courses.
It's a learn on the job thing, isn't it? Yeah.
There are no courses out there to become an auctioneer. You show me one. Because when we was looking for apprentices at one point, we actually got in touch with a couple of companies and they couldn't provide anything similar. So they wanted to put retail staff in with us. I went, it's not really retail.
Maybe we need to start one.
Well, I did consider this. I actually considered writing a course for it at one point years ago, even before we was auctioneers, about learning to buy and sell. And ironically, it's one of the biggest things that people do these days.
Yeah.
People are buying and selling. They're learning how to make a little bit of extra because the money you're earning from your job isn't necessarily enough, or it maybe is enough to live.
Yeah.
But is it enough to enjoy?
To enjoy, yeah, it's a little extra.
And that's a huge.
Maybe when we get some spare time, we can start writing a course.
Yeah, so probably about 15 years.
I wondered the other day, should we have an app, Prestige app?
I have looked into it, to be fair.
Yeah.
I've looked into it, but I'm not really sure what the benefit is. When you look at an app.
Yeah, it's maybe tracking your items that you sell.
Yeah.
Invoicing.
I mean, look, we have got plans ahead of bringing in more digitalisation within the business and so on. So, there are things that
you have to do to keep up with things.
Yeah.
Don't you?
When I was talking about the other auction room last week, this is one of the things we mentioned, wasn't it? They didn't keep up.
Yeah.
They didn't look at what's going on out there. They didn't look at the marketplace. They didn't entice in the people that were the sellers of the future. All they concentrated on was the old school.
Yeah.
And the old school are not there forever.
Yeah, we've got to look at all these things.
Yeah, you have to look at every little bit. Me and you have sat there week in, week out in the past and spoke about Vinted and eBay and Etsy and Facebook Marketplace and goodness knows what else. And actually, in their statement, one of the things they're blaming for the demise of their auction room is these things.
Yeah.
When actually, they're the things that can help your business.
Yeah.
Because they've got to come and buy the stuff from somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a fantastic week this week on Vinted. I lost track of how many parcels I've sent out. It's been really good. So I now need to come buy some more gear to sell them.
And that's it. And where are you going?
Yeah.
The local auction
That's
room.
it.
Because the local auction room is a chance where you're going to be able to buy it in bulk, buy lots of it, and buy it at a reasonable price. And that's why when they put in statements out like that, stating that the modern way is changing things. Yet no, it has changed things. Look what it's done here. We tapped into it all, told people how to sell, try and teach people, try and give them a little bit of information. Whereas the old school was always, keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody anything. If you tell them anything, they'll be up against you.
A few little tips on that. Yeah, we're still blue.
Yeah. So, we was big into. It's great. Some of the comments we get, people actually saying to us, "Fantastic that you're telling us stuff like this." I did the one with the silver the other week. I'm doing another one. God, I'm just about. I've actually just filmed a podcast on my own this week. It's going to be called sort of a day in the life. So it starts off on Wednesday, my day off, and
because on Monday you get in the way, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. So Wednesday I'm out on my day off, and I had 5 quotes on my day off. So when people, and I think this is another thing that people don't really look at when they're setting up a business, that they go, oh yeah, I'll set up my own business. I'm going to have Saturdays and Sundays off. Well, what if they could be your busiest days of the week? You're not going to have them off, are you? Or what if somebody wants a quote that day? Or what if somebody wants something looking at that day? Are you going to go, I'm sorry, that's my day off?
Yeah.
You can't. So I've literally done this little sort of thing where I'm just talking in the van as I'm driving around and talking about where I've just been, not giving you details, obviously, where I've been, what I looked at, what I think it's going to do.
A day in the life.
Just a day in the life, yeah. And it's basically just me talking that, so I'll be going out next week at some point. So that these people setting up businesses.
We still need to get the time lapse thing up. The
For the
auction room on a
auction,
Monday. Just static camera on the end of the wall or something.
Yeah.
Because that's got to be interesting.
It has. I mean, the one thing people say to us constantly at Prestige is, I don't know how you do it.
Yeah.
You hear it all the time, don't you?
Yeah.
Don't know how you do it. How the hell do you turn it round this quick? Yeah, so it's a massive week down here at Prestige Auctions anyway. And and as you know, Lisa had to extend the room out a little bit this week just to get the stuff through. But basically the way she does that, is quite interesting. It's because we almost hire the space off the clearance company.
Wow.
It's we need to borrow some space off you, which is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And
Good one,
but it's not ideal. It's not ideal at all because then we're losing space for potentially 3 or 4 clearances that we could have stacked in there. With us being not far behind with clearances at the minute because we're booking so far into the future with the clearances. It's becoming tricky. I mean, Chris, the last 2 days, Wednesday, Thursday, I did 7 quotes.
We've got the big clearance coming up from down south a bit, haven't we?
Yes, yeah, we've got that one coming up, and people will see this when they watch my day in the life of video. But I was out the other side of Louth the other day near Horncastle, looking at a job out there, and I can tell you now we've just had 2 or 3 emails this week for big collections of stuff. I've just shown you a load of autographs, a massive autograph collection that looks superb. I mean, some proper names in there with all the certificates and everything with it from a proper collector. That's another clearance that's coming in with loads of collectibles.
And it's spring coming up and everybody has a clear out.
Well, we are going to have to, plans are afoot. Me and Lisa have decided now we are going to start doing a lot more satellite sales. So sort of evening sales, not in the room. Some of these satellite sales are going to have to be online only because we just haven't got the space to do them. So it's going to be a case of we'll set them up. You'll be able to view it as normal, but you'll have to bid online.
This is Easy Life.
Easy Life, yeah. You'll have to bid online, and there'll be like 250 lots.
Will they be themed or random?
Some could be themed. I mean, certainly some that we're planning are themed. And some will be random, but it's the only way we can get the backlog done at the moment.
Yeah.
And if not, we're just going to drown in the gear.
Yeah.
More and more people are ringing us. I mean, this is one of the reasons why when lots of people were talking to me about the close of the other one, well, someone else will set one up. Yeah, they may well do, but will they get the level of gear that we're getting? We're getting a very, very good level of gear these days from lots and lots of different people, and we're doing it correctly. And so I'm quite excited about the fact that we're doing so well and getting such great gear because that's keeping people coming back through the door. The buyers are coming back all the time. You've bought some good gear from me over the years.
I bought my French bicycle trip bike last week.
I mentioned that in Aftermath, actually.
Did you?
Yeah. I said, there's the one that Chris has bought. And then I went on sale. Chris has saved money. If Chris had gone and bought that brand new.
It's a 350 quid bike. And it really doesn't look like it's done any more than a few miles, to be honest.
No,
and it's called Monsieur Bobbin. It's got a name on it.
Let's not forget if you remember how much bikes were changing hands for during COVID.
Yeah.
How many people bought brand new bikes, used them for COVID,
then
they've sat in the garage?
Didn't they get a grant for them or something?
God.
When there was something that the government did to get you fit.
I have no idea.
Now we just fall over them. It's like when I go do my garage door repairs. There's always like certain objects there that are designed to maim. And it's like a near-death situation. Exercise bike.
Yeah.
Kids scooter. Push bike. And tumble dryer hoses.
Yeah.
They're like anacondas. They've just got like a life of their own. They're like, come and get me.
When you go around to somebody's house, especially on clearance quotes, there's always an exercise bike with washing hung on it. See, it's like the must.
Yeah.
It's that and a Jim Reeves record and a Christmas tree.
Jim Reeves record. There's not a week without one in, is there?
Jim Reeves must have been like the richest man in the world.
Yeah, but
because everyone had one of his records.
Millions and millions.
And Mickey and Griff records as well. I mean, I've never listened to any of their stuff. I'm sure it's good.
There's always a Carpenters as well.
Yeah, well, let's face it, the Carpenters. Carol Carpenter had a sensational voice. She had one of those voices. She was almost like if ASMR had been a thing when Karen Carpenter was carpenter from Cornwall. Hey, speaking of Cornwall, you know our mate Brian?
Yeah.
He's just appeared, I see, on TikTok this week.
No.
On Michael Barrymore's video.
Wow.
So
How's he done that?
So Michael Barrymore has just moved to Devon or Cornwall or whatever it is, and
they are different places.
he was talking, whatever that area.
They've had fights over that.
And he's and Michael Barrymore does this thing on TikTok where he goes out and does munchy runs and all sorts of stuff. But then he's going, and some of the locals have been bringing me treats and all the rest of it.
Oh, yeah.
And there's Brian stood at his door with all his painting gear on with a bag of snacks. You know, I'm like, so there's our Brian. And I know
Some
Brian,
lucky snacks.
I know Brian does watch the podcast, so hi Brian. What was it like? Let us know what it was like meeting Mr. Barrymore. Anyway, so there you go. So lots of stuff coming on for Prestige, lots of stuff happening. But anyway, we've been promising you this for a while, for a couple of weeks now. So any of you that don't know, that's maybe just watching the podcast for the first time, 2 weeks ago we had a break-in at Prestige Auctions. When I say a break-in, somebody got into our yard and they didn't get into the building. And of course, when the lads rang me up on the morning and said to me, Gaffer, we've had a break-in, someone's been in the yard, there's stuff all over the place, straight away you start thinking, oh my god, what have they done, have they done this, have they done that, blah blah blah. Now, somebody did get into our yard once before. Now, just for the record, we don't keep anything of any value in the yard, do we? It's basically where we park the vans and stuff like that.
It's full of rubbish, no?
It's full of rubbish, yeah. The occasional bit of scrap metal and so on,
yeah.
But you know, nothing worth bothering
nothing
with.
worth.
So the last time somebody got in, they got in over the container at the side. So of course, the company that owns that container, which is not Prestige Auctions, and I'm ready to add that actually, because I don't know, because they did try and get in the containers. They put razor wire all the way around, this barbed wire with I think they call it razor wire, don't they? Something like some sort of barbed wire. They put it all the way around, and
it looks like Escape to Victory now, doesn't it? Oh.
Yeah. Thinking that would solve the problem, and of course all the fence is security fencing, so it's all spiked. Now, when the lads tell me, of course, what I'm going to do then is go to our CCTV cameras. Now, I can tell you that at Prestige Auctions, we have got 47 cameras. I'm not lying, am I? They are everywhere. We've got them outside, we've got them in front of building, side of building, back of building, in the building. There's not one in the toilet, you'll be pleased to know, but everywhere else there pretty much is a camera in there.
We can't get away with anything, can we?
Now the thing is, these cameras depend on, we've got 4 different camera systems. Now, I'm giving you some information here. 4 different camera systems, and they're all at different levels. One is high spec. And that one high spec system that we've got, that's got a little bit of a problem with the camera that did most of the filming for this, also records audio. So even though we are recording video, we're also recording audio as well. So anyway, listen, what me and Chris are going to do, we're now going to stop this, we're going to go over to the computer, we're going to watch it, we're probably going to pause it, and we're going to give our thoughts on it. So without any further ado, let's have a look at the Prestige Heist. Right, okay, so here we are, and we're now sat at the main editing suite at Prestige, and you'll see straight away, when I said, even though this is our better camera system, we did have a problem with one of the main cameras in the yard. Now, these cameras do film in colour at night, which is good, because even though there's a bit of a double image on this for some reason, we're not quite sure why, we've actually got the company coming to have a look today, but you can see, let me just show you, just on the picture, you can see there, look, everything's showing double. Can you see? So you are getting like a double fence there and a double fence there. So we're not quite sure. They're coming to sort that out today.
That's how I see normally.
So they are coming to look at this. But anyway, so you've got to bear in mind what time this is. So it is 3:36 in the morning. Okay, and then here comes our criminal. I want you to look on the cursor. There's his head, just coming in there. So we're gonna have the way we're gonna do this. We're gonna have a little look, and then we're gonna have a little chat, and then pause it, and so on. So here's the Prestige Heist. as it happens. Now, bearing in mind, at the back of this container here is all razor wire, okay? And he's coming in over the top of it.
He's getting on top now, isn't he?
He is, you can see him there. Now, the first thing that strikes you with this chap is obviously, for a criminal, how agile he is. So, bearing in mind, 3:36, that's important, the time.
Most of us are at work by then.
Now, there he is. Now, what we have figured out, Chris, in this time, is that he has actually, at this point, got a set of ladders at the side of the container. So where the entrance to the flats are, down there, he's come up with this little set of ladders and decided that he's going to get up on top of the container.
He probably bought them in the auction.
And do his thing. Now, what's the first thing you're noticing about the guy?
Well, he's not really got very far so far.
Well, he's glowing up.
But what is that?
They are his high-vis trousers.
Also, he's come health and safety prepared.
Yeah. Now, somebody suggested online that he could have done this to try and blend in. You know, I mean, obviously, workmen are on the tops of container. Now he's laid down, but we figured out what he's trying to do here now. He's trying to lean down and pick his ladder up.
Right.
Okay, so...
But he's blending in with the container because that looks a bit yellow, doesn't it?
I just need you to bear this in mind. When you look at the police stats, they say a burglary from getting in to grabbing to getting out is usually 3 minutes. We are already a minute in.
Right.
He has not got his ladders yet. So he's leaning over and grabbing the ladder. Or at least this is what we think he's doing.
And that's a busy road as well, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. A very, very busy road. But, all right, it is 3:36 in the morning, so there's probably not going to be as many people around as normal. However, he's still there. Now it's 3:38 now, so he's already, for the national average, he's already 2 minutes into his 3 minutes. And there he goes, glowing up like a Christmas tree on top of the container. Now, obviously, what you're seeing there is double. That's his legs there, and that's the double bit of the camera. So, let's say we're having that sorted today. And then he decides to get up.
He's up.
And he brings up his ladders. Look, there he comes. Look how agile he is. Look at that.
He's never going to get on gladiators, is he?
So anyway, there's his ladder. Oh, I've got a ladder. You know, I'm going to all this effort to get into bins, remember.
Yeah.
They can't forget that. So he brings his ladder, and now he's going to pop it down the other side. Which, you know, as crimes go, that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? You know, we're now the 3 minute national average in, and the ladder, he's trying to drop it up, but he's been very careful here.
It's a bit short, that ladder.
Yeah, we've got to give him a bit of credit here. He's trying to be careful, because if he drops it and it falls forward, then it's absolutely buggered.
He can't get down either side. That's razor wire in front of him as well.
Yeah.
That's it.
So he's been very careful here, look, to try and make sure he don't drop it, because that could cause him a big problem.
I'd have brought a bigger ladder.
But obviously, you know, carrying ladders around like that at that time of night, you're not exactly cleaning windows, are you? So there you go. He's got his ladder down. Now, this is where he does something that I cannot explain. I don't understand it. He decides to get up. And have a look down the other side. Has he forgotten where he's put his ladder? I mean, where's my ladder gone? My ladder's not there. Oh, no. No, that's not where I put my ladder. But this is where the problems start.
Now he's got a foot of razor wire to get over here.
Well, he has just realised that he's got tangled up in the razor wire.
So he's in it now.
Now, most normal people would have noticed that straight away. So now he's going to do what can only be said as a little dance. Look Watch this. So this is him trying to get untangled from the razor wire. It's like he's at a rave. You watch his hands go in a minute. They're proper. He's proper dancing in a second. So there he is. Look. I mean, is he waving at someone?
He's doing the YMCA.
The wire MCA. Now there you go. Look. So he's still tangled up in razor wire at this point. Bearing in mind we are now 5 minutes in. Look, hang on. Oh, he thinks he's free. He's free. Now.
He's through the wire.
Now. Here he comes, glowing, down the ladder. Now, first of all, he's got to get onto his ladder. But as he goes down the ladder, his coat goes up. You've got to see it to believe it.
Because he's fetched too short a ladder.
Ooh. Now, what he's not realised at this point is he is actually still attached to razor wire. Or wire, barbed wire, whatever it is. Now, watch his coat. You're now going to get a perfect look at his top as well. So again, he's trying to not give any evidence away of his heist. So we now know the sort of trousers he's got, the sort of boots he's got, the coat. And now look, just look there. Look, can you see? The coat is starting to lift. Can you see it? His coat is lifting. At this point, he realises he's stuck. So then he goes, "Oh God, I'm struggling here. I'm struggling. Oh, hang on, I'm stuck. I'm now going to fall off the ladder." Oh, there's more. Here he goes. He's hung on. He's stuck. Look. Look, it's dancing again. I'm having another little jig. And then he's free. So the first thing he does.
So what's that, Tongue? Is that 5 minutes?
So there, look at time check there, 3:49. Okay. So he has been for 36 foot. He's been, well, ages. Ages. Now, at this point, he hasn't realised that this thing with a light on in the corner is a camera. Clearly, because he's got his hood down. So he has a little look around the yard, gives us a full view of his face. And if you notice, we did get some very good stills off this as well. Walks round, glowing, again. And then starts...
In the bins. He's in the bins.
Rooting through the bins. Now, do we keep anything good in the bins at Prestige?
Broken glass and cardboard.
I mean, I think he's maybe watched one too many of these YouTube videos where people go skip diving and get really good stuff. This is an auction room that deals in house clearance.
Well, it's not full of antiques, is it?
So there he is. He's going away. Let's just move on a little bit because he's in the bin. Now, some of the stuff we have cut out here, I can just point out, he did try and get in the containers as well. Now look, let's empty the bin.
There's something in there he clearly wants.
Now, I want you to look at the level of the rubbish here. It's not great level rubbish, this. This is a little bit of scrap metal. Now he's getting in the bin. His head was in the bin then.
He's not the recycling police, is he?
It could be. It could be, yeah. He could be making sure that we're doing our recycling properly. I hadn't thought of that.
No. It could be from the council.
Yeah, let's have a look. What is there?
Imagine they finish at 4 o'clock, don't they? So.
What is there? Oh, hang on. Nothing. Because it's in a bin. Because it's rubbish.
Where's his swag bag?
He's actually got a rucksack. If you look closely, there, You see, he's got a rucksack.
Yeah.
Now he was obviously thinking, well, they're an auction room. I'm going to get some really good stuff, like a washer or something. I mean, there is a washer there. He could have took that, I suppose. Now I'm going to tip it all over the yard, so the lads have got to clear it up in the morning, which is the bit that probably paid me off more than anything. So anyway, so there he is. He's
found nothing.
He's right. Hang on. So at this point here, he decides to come this way. I think it is, and shows his face again. There you go. Look. Oh, let's have a look. Oh, hang on. Oh, I'm going to put my hood up because there's a camera. Ooh. Now, did you see that? This is important.
There's a body.
I'm going to pause that for you. As he's walking down and looking for God knows what. There. See it?
Yeah.
A set of legs are walking past there.
Without a body.
Yeah, well, I think the body's there. There, can you see it? They just walked past. So, but here's what's interesting. He starts talking to this person.
It's not just a random, is it?
A quick chat. I mean, obviously, the person that's walking past has gone, God, you're working late, mate. You're working late. And he's gone, and he's leant up on the fence like that, going, oh, God, yeah. Do you know what? These bloody auctioneers, they really do make you work hard. He says, yeah, they got me clearing up the yard, look, that's why I'm in my high-vis trousers.
So they've gone now?
Now they've gone. Now, obviously, it was just too far away from the microphone to get that, but one or two bits here have jumped because of the different bits on the video. I mean, this was nearly an hour long in total. Now, he's trying our van. Look, so he's like, oh, is there anything in the van? I'll try the door. Yeah, no, the van's locked. The van could just as well have been open because there's nothing in it. It's just a van. So he's, obviously, this is the funny bit, is that he's now walking around with his hood up. Because he's realised there's a camera up there with a light on it that he's shown us his face several times already, but now he's put his hood up. But what is he looking for? Do you think he's lost his cat? What do you reckon?
There's nothing there, is there? I mean, he's pacing around quite a bit. There's something there that he's interested in, because that's 2 or 3 times now he's been back to that area.
But they're just bins of rubbish, aren't they? I mean, Mickey taken aside, the guy has risked falling off a container. He's probably cut himself on the wire up there. He nearly fell off the ladder, pretty much did. And there's more of this to come yet. For what? For what? I mean, what is he taking?
Has he got his rucksack off now?
I mean, has he took what? A few bits of metal? I don't know.
Something in his left hand there, look.
They think it's the tracker for his cat. Oh,
it's a gas bottle.
It's a gas bottle.
It's camping gas.
Now, this is a bit that intrigues me, because he goes to the other end, yeah? Now, he's gone out of view there. Oh, sorry, I've got to stop. So just... this is hilarious. So he goes to the other end of the yard, and all I can assume is that he's putting stuff maybe in a small gap in the vents or something that he can take later. I don't know. But, like you say, it was a gas bottle. There was no gas in it, either.
Well, it's one of them ones that you never own, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got to get it refilled.
He maybe thought he could get a refund on it. Anyway, our mistake, this won't happen again, that's for sure. Somebody for clearance had left a set of ladders at the side of the van down there.
Better than his ones.
So he's now got a tall set of ladders. So all I can think at this point is he's decided that he doesn't want to tangle himself up in the razor wire again. So instead, I'm going to go over the spiked security fencing at this end.
Because he's got nothing.
So here he comes. Blowing.
Oh, that fence is dodgy there as well.
So he puts the ladder
next to the camera.
Off he goes. Got his swag.
Empty.
Empty. Now he's right next to the microphone.
What's that?
I think he says there, piece of piss, innit?
Right.
Shall we listen again?
Yeah.
Piece of piss, innit?
That must be like getting out.
But
is he talking to himself?
now, obviously, I've not got this on the video, but I have looked at the security cameras pointing down the road, and there's nobody there. So I think he either believes somebody's there and he's just talking to them, or it's the ghost that you spoke about earlier.
There was a shadow on that wall. It could be spirit.
But this is the piece of piss in it. What is it? Let's wait and see.
Oh.
Bearing in mind, these are spikes.
He's chuntering away.
It does sound to me like he is talking to somebody else.
Yeah.
But when I've checked the camera, I can't see anybody else.
He's having a proper conversation.
So unless it was that person who's like, oh, forgot my keys, mate, I can't get out, and the boss is at home.
That's the sound of a man who's got his nutsack stuck on the spikes, isn't it?
Was his words there? Why did I effing do that? I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was pretty clear.
No, I just want to point out at this bit that when I look on the other camera angle, I can actually see him hanging over the fence. Okay, but of course he's got a set of ladders with him, hasn't he? So all he's now got to do is lift them ladders up from there, put them over the other side. You can climb down. It's dead easy.
I don't think you can do that.
It's dead easy. Jesus, where did he come into it? I mean, call me cynical, but he don't look like a guy that goes to church on a Sunday.
You can see the back of his coat flapping on there.
Now he's trying to lift the ladder. Look at the ladder waving in the wind. Look, look.
Go on, lad.
Think about this for a second, right? He's trying to lift up a full-size ladder that's wood, that's heavy,
Yeah.
from the end, which is making it extremely heavier, whilst he's got himself strategically placed over a load of spikes at the top of a fence.
It can only be sat on them spikes. Go on. Oh, strategic.
No, it's now stuck.
What's inside out? Does he have an arrest?
I don't really know. I'm not actually... Oh, no, he's still there. He's just made another noise.
He's geared up on them ladders, eh?
I think he's thinking about how he can jump off the fence.
Because he's got the ladder stuck. Definitely not two people there on the other camera.
Well, not that I could see. It definitely sounds like he's talking to somebody, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I just want you to bear in mind, it's now 4:19. That's what, 24, 34, 44 minutes he's been there so far.
He's put a right shift in, hasn't he? If you were watching that on your phone, that sent to you like live from the house, you would think he's impaled himself, wouldn't you, on the fence?
Yeah, you would. But to be fair, he's lucky he didn't.
Yeah.
Anyway, I basically think this is coming towards the end now, and I think that last air that we heard was him probably jumping or falling off the fence. And the reason I potentially think that is because of this little video here. So there you go, everybody. As you've just seen from the end of that, where we showed you our criminal mind walking away, there was actually 4 minutes between the last thing we heard from him and him coming this way. But the thing is, we didn't actually see a second person, even on that other video.
No, I mean, he's having a proper conversation with himself, isn't he?
If he's not having a conversation with himself, he must be talking to somebody else. But, I mean, Chris, when you look at something like this, you know, I mean, it's not exactly the heist of the century. And yes, I am paid off that somebody got through our security and got into the yard, which, you know, nobody wants that. But it can happen. It doesn't matter how much security you put in. If they want to get in, they will get in one way or another.
But he got out with nothing.
But he got away with nothing. And the thing is, if you're going to put that much risk into your health and safety of climbing onto a container, running the risk of getting caught, running the risk of getting arrested, we put the picture, let's just put it out there as well, we put the picture on Facebook and we had the name given to us of the guy several times. We already know who he is. But you're climbing up there. I mean, you've clearly done no research whatsoever because there's nothing in the yard to steal.
No.
I mean, he couldn't even get his ladders out. He's left his ladders.
So we've actually gained something.
We're getting some ladders.
Are we going to put them in the auction this week?
Yeah, we could put them in the auction, yeah, and you know, the heist ladders, because we have got them. But
is he a wet bandit?
Oh, it's got to be the wet bandits, isn't it? I mean, honestly, I'm gobsmacked that much time, 50 odd minutes in the end, 50 odd minutes from start to finish, to walk away with potentially an empty gas bottle and a couple of bits of metal. I reckon that he will probably be reporting us to the authorities for paying him less than minimum wage.
Yeah. So he's lost some ladders.
Yeah.
He's buggered his coat up. And he's lost a glove because we've got a glove of shame.
Oh, of course, yeah. And anyway, at the end of this video, we will show you what he left as he exited the fence, shall we say? He left a souvenir. But we'll leave that at the end of this video.
I'm going to frame that. I'm going to get a picture frame.
Do you know what? I mean, if that's the future of crime. You know, nobody. I mean, on the serious point, you know, I am paid off about it. You know, someone got through and did this, but why? Why on earth? I suppose the other side of it is how desperate must you be to climb over razor wire, get wrapped up in razor wire, nearly fall off a container.
It's sheer desperation, the whole thing, doesn't it?
Nearly fall off a fence when you've done absolutely no research of what's in that yard whatsoever. There's nothing in there. We chuck rubbish out there.
Yeah.
And then when all the rubbish is gathered up, the lads clear it and take it off for disposal. It's just absolute crazy. But listen, everybody, I would really want to know what your thoughts are on the criminal enterprise in Grimsby at this moment. And anyway, there you go. So that's it. We're going to call it a day on this one. Oh my God! Why are them keys moving across the table? This is something to do with your ghost hunt tonight, isn't it?
It's Friday the 13th, isn't it? Did you see that?
Oh my God! It's Friday the 13th. What are we going to do?
That's £50 a ticket.
£50 a ticket. We need to get a piece of this. Listen, everybody, thank you so much for watching All Things Auction, the podcast with me and Chris. Chris is now going to go off to Nottingham to pay £50. Which is probably the funniest thing out of it all. We're going to go and pay £50 to somebody so they can tell him there's a ghost in there. I'm going to go into the thing, and Lisa's probably going to take £50 off me to tell me that there's not. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see. Oh, say goodbye, Chris.
Bon nuit.
Bon nuit.
That's good night in French.
What's Basil going to say? Any guesses? I'm going for got any jelly babies?
Yeah, it's not been out yet.
Ready?
It
was boom boom. Anyway, listen, everybody, have a great week. Get yourself down to Prestige Auctions tomorrow. If not, tune in on the YouTube video tomorrow. Get involved with the chat. Sylvia, can't wait to see you tomorrow. Have a great week, everyone. We'll see you very soon at the auction.